Hello everyone, I am Dr. Arunima Bora, Assistant Professor from the Department of Education, Krishnakanta Hendik State Open University. I am here to discuss with you about Module 8, Unit 16, and the video title is An Overview of Curriculum. Here, after going through this discussion, you will able to learn the meaning of curriculum. What is curriculum? Explain the scope of curriculum. Identify the different components of curriculum and distinguish between curriculum, syllabus and course. So, first of all, let's discuss about meaning of curriculum. So, what is curriculum? As we know that education is a comprehensive process and the aim of education is to give all-round development of the human individual. So, to reach this aim of education, the curriculum is the way. So, curriculum is a term which is widely used in the field of education encompassing a complex and multifaceted concept that goes beyond mere textbooks and lesson plans. Generally, a layman thinks that curriculum is only those textbooks which consist of the knowledge of different subjects that are to be learned by the students in the classroom situation. But in the real sense, curriculum reflects the planned and unplanned educational experiences that individuals encounter throughout their lives. Because if we see the broader meaning of education, then we will find that education starts from the conception of the birth of an human individual and it continues throughout our life. In this way, the meaning and definition of curriculum have evolved over time, reflecting shift in educational philosophy, pedagogy and different kind of values that are exist in the society. So, if we see that curriculum can be understood as the totality of learning experiences provided by an educational institution ranging from formal classroom instruction to extracurricular activities. Because as I have mentioned that the aim of education is to give all-round development of the human individual. So, to give all-round development, to shape the personality of an human individual, it is not easy. So, if the educational knowledge experiences is confined only the four walls of an educational institutions, that definitely it never be give the personality of the human individual in a proper way. So, curriculum is the way, curriculum is the race course through which education can achieve its aims. So, curriculum encompasses not only the content to be learned but also the method of teaching, assessment strategies and the overall educational environment. So, understanding curriculum requires developing into its various dimensions and considering the perspectives of educators, students, policymakers and society at large. So, curriculum is a broad meaning. Like as education, the meaning of curriculum is also very broad. Therefore, curriculum, we can say that curriculum is not confined into the four walls of the classroom situation. Curriculum is not confined into the teaching learning process. Curriculum gives a broader sense. Curriculum is broader sense where the classroom situation and the beyond the classroom, it has its scopes and has its area. So now, for better understanding the concept of curriculum, we will discuss the key dimensions of curriculum. What are the key dimensions of curriculum? First of all, curriculum as content. At its most basic level, curriculum is often equated with the subject matter or content of what is taught in the schools and other educational settings. But generally people think that curriculum is those content which are defined in the textbooks. This includes the various disciplines such as mathematics, science, literature, social studies, etc. etc. So the content is typically outlined in textbooks, lesson plans and educational materials. So curriculum is a content. It describes that those content which are taught in the school situation as a textbook form. Then number 2, curriculum as process. As we know that education is a process. Education starts from the birth of a child and it ends with the death of the human individual. So it's a lifelong process. In this way, curriculum is not just about what is taught but also about how it is taught. The instructional methods, teaching strategies, pedagogical approaches used in the classroom are integral components of curriculum, because to teach the students in the different stages from primary to the higher educational stages, the methods will be different, the teaching strategies will be different, and the pedagogical approaches have to be differently used by the teachers, so that the knowledge, the things which are going to be transferred to the students can easily learn it. So this dimension, that dimensions which is curriculum as a process, emphasizes the dynamic interaction between teachers and students and the strategies employed to facilitate learning. Because if a teacher is able to give a joyful environment in the classroom situation, then the students will be encouraged to take the knowledge that has to be transferred to them. So as a process, curriculum as a process, teachers and students, everybody should be integrated, and the teacher should make some strategies employed to facilitate the learning in a proper way. The third one, the key components of curriculum, that we say that curriculum as experience. Learning extends beyond the confines of formal instruction. Curriculum as experience acknowledges the informal and non-formal aspects of education, including extracurricular activities, field trips, community services, etc. Because education has its three types: formal education, informal education, non-formal education. So in this way, through our entire life, we learn some experiences, and with the help of such experiences, which is contribute significantly to the overall development of the human individual, and these are considered essential elements of a holistic curriculum, because only bookish knowledge is not enough to become an human individual, because we have to become human resource in the society. As a resource, we have to live our life in the society. So all these experiences we have to gather so that we can become the resource for the society, for the nation, for the entire world. That these experiences have to be contributed by the curriculum. These experiences have to learn in the educational environment. So curriculum as experience reflects that all these experiences contribute significantly to the overall development of the individual, and when the curriculum process will able to contribute the different experiences that are needed to live the life peacefully. So if curriculum is provided, then such type of curriculum will be called as holistic curriculum. Then fourth one is curriculum as assessment. So evaluation and assessment are integral components of the curriculum, because what we have transferred, what the curriculum has been contributed for the overall development of the individual, it should be evaluated, it should be assessed. So evaluation and assessment are integral components of the curriculum. Assessments ranging from quizzes and exams to project-based evaluation gauge students' understanding and mastery of the curriculum. The feedback derived from assessment inform instructional practices and curriculum revisions. Curriculum revisions would be there because with the passage of time, day-to-day time, with the influences of technology, science, and different changes, circumstances of the society, it has its influences on the curriculum. So the feedback, when we get the feedback, then we will able to evaluate in the proper way, and instructional practices and curriculum revisions, it will get very easy for us. So the number 5, that is curriculum as context. The broader socio-cultural, economic and political context significantly influences the curriculum, because as a human being, we are the social being, and all the socio-cultural, economic aspects, political aspects of the society, it has we have to know about all this context, and national educational policies, cultural values, society's expectations shape what is included or excluded from the curriculum. So recognizing the context ensures that the curriculum is relevant and responsive to the needs of the learners and society, because in an educational environment, society has its expectations, because for example, for any schools, any colleges or universities, society expects that such educational institutions will produce some resources which will contribute about the development of the society. For the development of the society, when the educational institution shapes the human individual, then obviously curriculum should deliver the different socio-cultural, economic, political context of the society. Then it will fulfill the needs and demands and expectations of the individual as well as the society. So these are some of the concept and key components of curriculum. So from this discussion, I hope you have able to learn at least what is curriculum. So curriculum is, I am repeatedly saying that curriculum is not only those bookish knowledge. It's kind of beyond the classroom situation, beyond the bookish knowledge. It covers all the experiences inside and outside the classrooms, and all the activities, all the extracurricular activities also, to give the shape to the learners for their all-round development. So let's discuss about definitions of curriculum. So we'll discuss it in the different ways. First of all, traditional definition. What is the traditional definitions? Historically, curriculum was often defined narrowly, which generally people think that it's a set of prescribed subjects or courses of study. This traditional perspective focused primarily on the content to be transmitted from teachers to students. That, for example, people think that curriculum means that class-wise different subjects, such as in the class 5, such type of subjects which will be delivered after that. When promoted to the class 6, then the different subjects that has to be delivered to the students in this way, class-wise, stage-wise, which are traditionally delivered to the students from the teachers. This is the curriculum. So from the traditional definitions, curriculum is narrowly viewed by the human individual, and this traditional perspective focused the content that has to be transmitted from teachers to the students. It is based on the verbal deliberation on the part of the teachers and passive hearing on the part of the students. Then next one, progressive definitions. What is progressive definitions of curriculum? As educational philosophies evolved, progressive definitions of curriculum has been emerged, influenced by thinkers such as John Dewey. This definition emphasized the importance of experiences, problem solving, student engagement, and curriculum in its sense become a dynamic process centered around the learner. Because the traditional views about curriculum, which is teacher-centered, has been changed gradually, and the progressive definitions has been emerged, and it involves all those experiences, problem solving, student engagement, and dynamic. It's a kind of student-centered dynamic process. The next one, holistic definitions. Holistic definitions explains that the contemporary views of curriculum take a holistic approach, considering not only the formal curriculum but also the hidden and null curricula. Then student-centered definition. First of all, in the ancient time, the education was teacher-centered, but with the development of psychological knowledge, philosophical knowledge in the field of curriculum, it has normally become, now it is learner-centered. So we have focused on student agency and individualized learning. Some definitions position students as active participants in the constructing their own knowledge, because while student will be active in the educational environment, that it will become naturally, it will become joyful, it will give encouragement to the learners to learn something. This learner-centered perspectives emphasizes personalized learning experiences and recognizes the diverse needs and backgrounds of students. So curriculum is, as we say, that multifaceted concept that encompasses various dimensions, including content, process, experience, assessment, as well as context. The definition of curriculum have evolved over time, reflecting changes in educational philosophy and social values. So understanding curriculum requires considering not only what is taught, but also how it is taught, the experiences it encompasses, and its broader cultural and social context. As education continues to adapt to the needs of a changing world, ongoing debates and challenges will shape the future of curriculum development and implementation. A thoughtful and responsive approach to curriculum design is essential to ensure that education remains relevant, engaging, and meaningful for learners in the diverse context. Because while it will be meaningful, while the learner will get the environment to utilize their potentialities, while they will able to satisfy their expectation, then automatically the educational environment will definitely help them for their integrated personality development. Now let's discuss about scope of curriculum. So what is the scope of curriculum? Scope means the area which is covered by the term curriculum. So the scope of a curriculum is a comprehensive and dynamic framework that outlines the content, skills, experiences students are expected to acquire within a specific educational program. So it serves as a roadmap for educators, providing guidance on what to teach, how to teach, and the intended learning outcomes. The scope of a curriculum is not limited to a mere listing of subjects but encompasses a broader perspective that considers a holistic development of the humanity as well. The scope of curriculum defines the boundaries, the areas, what is to be taught to the students. From there, because in the developmental stages, we see that their intellectual developmental capacities are different. So according to the capacity, we have to teach them. As teachers, we have to be aware about the fact. So it defines the key subjects, disciplines or areas of study that students will engage with during their educational journey. This may include core subjects such as mathematics, science, language, social studies, as well as some elective courses that allow for specialization or explanation of personal interest, because everybody has their different kind of interest. Everybody has gets the interest in different subjects, so the inclusion of subject is often influenced by social needs, academic standards, and the evolving nature of the knowledge, because knowledge is expanding day by day. So according to the expansion of knowledge, we have to provide knowledge to the students in a proper way so that they can be up to date with the social situations, technological situation, economic situation, political situations of the country. So furthermore, the scope extends beyond traditional academic subjects to encompass essential skills and competences. So in today's rapidly changing world, emphasis is placed on fostering critical thinking, problem solving, communication, collaboration, adaptability, etc. So therefore, a modern curriculum scope incorporates the development of these 21st century skills, recognizing their significance in preparing students for the challenges of the future, because in the future time we are going to face many more challenges due to the complexities of the society. The scope of curriculum is not a rigid structure. We cannot define the area of curriculum at a time. It must be flexible, adaptable to meet the need of the society, differentiated instruction, accommodations for diverse learners, and the integration of technology are integral components of a curriculum scope, because the day by day the world has been changing, the society has been changing, and accordingly to the need and expectations of the people of the society, the flexible curriculum we have to be adopted, and recognizing and addressing the varied learner styles, abilities, and backgrounds of students ensures inclusivity and equity within the educational system. So the scope of curriculum also, it has also considered the integration of real world applications and experiential learning. So connecting classroom concept to practical scenarios enhances understanding and reinforces the relevance of academic knowledge. So all these things have to be included in the curriculum system, society, political field, economic field, everything that has to be included in the curriculum. And also we have to consider that the scope, the area of curriculum we cannot define at the time, because with the changing nature of the society, with the changing nature of the educational environment, the scope, the area will be broadened, and definitely it will be changed to satisfy to meet the expectations of the human individual or the expectations of the society. Okay, then let's discuss about different components of curriculum. So what are the components of curriculum? The components of curriculum are the various elements that collectively form the structure and framework for the educational program. Here you will get the curricular goals and objective. This is one of the components. Then curricular content that we have already discussed. Then learning experiences and activities, instructional material and resources. Then assessment and evaluation of learning progress and achievement, content sequencing and organization, instructional strategies, teacher support and development, adaptation and flexibility, and the last one, feedback and improvement. And the last part of this discussion is to distinguish the difference between curriculum, syllabus, and courses. Generally, people confuse what is curriculum, what is syllabus, and what is the course. Curriculum refers to the overall educational plan or framework designed by educational institutions or system. It encompasses the entirely of educational experiences, including goals, content, methods, assessment, as well as resources. So syllabus, if we see what is syllabus, it is a detailed outline or plan for a specific course or subjects within the curriculum. It contains specific information about the topics to be covered, learning objectives, required readings, assignments, grading criteria, and sometimes a schedule. Then what is the course? Course refers to a specific educational unit or class that is part of the curriculum. It is a set period during which instruction is given on a particular subject or topic. So these are some of the differences of the curriculum, then courses and syllabus. So you will find it in a broader form in your unit, and I hope you have from the discussion you have learned about what is curriculum, definitions of curriculum, different key components of curriculum, and these are the main topic of this present discussion, and we'll meet again in the another discussions with a new topic which are related with the curriculum. Thank you so much.